Hello and welcome to First Post. I am Gushin Galan and you're watching Fast and Factual. Tensions are soaring between India and Pakistan after deadly cross-border strikes and military exchanges. With Operation Sindoor underway, the situation is rapidly evolving. Here are 30 quick updates to bring you up to speed. Let's begin. India's Border Security Force foiled a major infiltration attempt along the international border in Jammu and Kashmir's Samba district in the early hours today. 7 terrorists suspected to be from the banned terrorist group Jaisalmer were neutralized in the operation. The BSF also targeted and damaged a Pakistan Rangers border outpost that was providing cover fire to the infiltrators. Pakistan launched a series of missiles and drone attacks late Thursday, which were successfully intercepted by the Indian Armed Forces. Explosions were heard near the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir. Explosions were also heard in areas of Punjab and Rajasthan. The Indian Armed Forces also thwarted Pakistan's attempt to hit military bases in Jammu, Pathankot and Udhampur and some other locations. Pakistan's drone and missile strikes followed Operation Sindoor, in which India destroyed 9 terror sites in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. India conducted the operation in response to the Pahalgam terror attack last month. The Indian Army repelled the series of coordinated overnight attacks by Pakistan by reportedly shooting down more than 50 drones along the western border. Reports also said 8 Pakistani missiles were intercepted by the S-400 air defense system over Jammu Civil Airport. The Indian Army released a video of its counter-offensive showing the destruction of a Pakistani structure. The Army reaffirmed that all nefarious designs will be met with force and assured its commitment to safeguarding the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the nation. Meanwhile, Pakistan again resorted to heavy shelling along the line of control earlier today in Poonch, Rajouri, Uri and Chaukibal Kupwar. Pakistani troops have been targeting civilians in cross-border firing since India suspended the Indus Water Treaty after the heinous attack in Pahalgam. Cross-border shelling by Pakistan caused significant damage in Jammu and Kashmir with civilian houses burnt and shops destroyed. Local residents described the attacks as deliberate and linked them to targeted killing. Debris of missiles and projectiles fired by Pakistan have been found in India's Punjab and Rajasthan. In Punjab, remnants of missile fired by Pakistan were found in Hoshiarpur and projectile debris was found in Batinda. In Rajasthan, a projectile-like object was also found in Jaisalmer. In a large-scale operation, the Indian Army's air defense units deployed advanced weaponry to counter Pakistani strikes. The arsenal included L-70 guns, Zu-23mm systems, Shilka systems, specialized counter-UAS equipment, and the S-400 Triumph air defense missile systems from Russia. The Indian cities of Ambala, Chandigarh and Patiala have been put on high alert due to their close proximity to Pakistan border. An air attack warning was issued for the cities, with the sirens being sounded as a precautionary measure. Residents have been advised to remain indoors and away from balconies and open areas. A meeting between India's Home Minister Amit Shah and the Director Generals of Border Security Force, Central Industrial Security Force and other senior officials is underway. The Home Minister is reviewing the border situation with Pakistan and airport security arrangements. Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh chaired a high-level meeting to review security along the western border and the armed forces' operational preparedness. The Army, Navy and Air Force chiefs along with the Defence Secretary were in attendance. India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar held late-night phone calls with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio and EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas. The External Affairs Minister conveyed that India will strongly counter any efforts to escalate the situation and emphasize its measures response to cross-border terrorism. US Vice President J.D. Vance has made it clear that America won't step into the growing India-Pakistan tensions. He called the India-Pakistan conflict none of America's business. Even as nuclear fears loom and border clashes intensify, Vance says the US will not fight a war it can't control. Former US presidential candidate and Indian-American Republican leader Nikki Haley backed India's right to retaliate and defend itself after the Pahalgam attack. Haley slammed Pakistan on terrorism, saying Islamabad does not get to play the victim. Taking to social media, she further noted that no country gets a pass for supporting terror activity. Amid heightened tensions and cross-border threats from Pakistan, India has closed 24 airports near its border with Pakistan. The closures span 7 states and union territories, namely Gujarat, Punjab, Rajasthan, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Chandigarh and Ladakh. Meanwhile, security has also been elevated to the highest level at all airports nationwide. Meanwhile, Indian Airlines have issued advisory for the passengers. Flyers have been asked to arrive 3 hours before the departure. Passengers have also been directed to carry valid government-approved photo ID for entry to the airport. They will also be allowed only one cabin bag weighing up to 7 kilograms, in addition to their checked luggage. Flyers will undergo secondary security screening before boarding. Several Indian states and union territories have announced the closure of schools and universities amid the ongoing tensions between India and Pakistan. Jammu and Kashmir will keep its educational institutions closed as a precautionary measure. Meanwhile, states like Punjab, Rajasthan and Haryana have also ordered the closure of schools and colleges. Exams for chartered accountancy have also been postponed. In view of rising India-Pakistan tensions, Indian Railways will run 3 special trains from Jammu and Kashmir to Delhi. The trains from Jammu and Udhampur aim to clear the rush of stranded passengers following flight cancellations and the shutdown of Srinagar and Jammu airports. India's capital, New Delhi, is on high alert following attacks attempted by Pakistan. Security has been reinforced with additional forces and police are actively monitoring the law and order in the capital. Meanwhile, the Delhi government has cancelled all employee leaves until further notice. Bomb disposal squads are also carrying out anti-sabotage checks at several locations. Several Indian states have ramped up security and placed emergency services on high alert. In states like Punjab and Rajasthan, police have stepped up night patrols and deployed additional forces in sensitive areas. Meanwhile, hospitals in Uttarakhand, Jammu and Kashmir and Delhi are on alert for any medical emergencies. India's Press Information Bureau, or the PIB, debunked multiple posts of misinformation as Pakistan floods social media with fake news amid rising tensions. The exposed propaganda includes a farm fire falsely shared as a drone strike in Jalandhar, a blast in Beirut misrepresented as an attack on India, and fabricated claims of a Pakistani missile hitting an Indian S-400 defense system. Amid rising tensions with India, Pakistan's Ministry of Economic Affairs requested additional loans from the international partners in a social media post on X. The post also cited heavy losses and a stock market crash due to Indian strikes on Pakistani terror bases. As the tweet went viral and took the internet by storm, Pakistan later claimed that its account had been hacked. Social media platform X announced it will comply with Indian government orders to block over 8,000 accounts in the country. The directive, the company said, includes accounts of international news outlets and prominent users. India's benchmark indices opened lower amid escalating tensions between New Delhi and Islamabad. The Nifty 50 reportedly falls 0.6% to 24,132.1, while the BSE Sensex loses 0.54% to 79,952.51 at market open. Indian Cricket Board (BCCI) has temporarily suspended the 2025 edition of the Indian Premier League. According to reports, the remaining matches may happen in August. On Thursday, the Punjab vs Delhi IPL clash in Himachal Pradesh's Dharamshala was called off midway. The BCCI had called off the match as a precautionary step amid Pakistan's failed missile and drone attacks in Jammu and Kashmir. India's top sportspersons hailed the Indian Army and backed Operation Sindoor. Indian cricketer Virat Kohli took to social media to hail the efforts of the Indian Armed Forces. Olympic double medalist Neeraj Chopra said the nation stands with the Indian Army. Cricketer Rohit Sharma urged fellow citizens to refrain from spreading or believing fake news. Former international cricketer Virendra Sehwag said the war has been chosen by Pakistan when they had an opportunity to keep quiet. The Indian Oil Corporation Limited has appealed to citizens not to panic buy petrol, diesel or LPG. It has assured that fuel stocks are adequate nationwide and supply operations are running smoothly. The company urged people to stay calm and avoid unnecessary rush at petrol stations. India opened 3 gates of the Salal Dam in Jammu and Kashmir's Riyasi district earlier today. Visuals showed water gushing out with great force. The dam located on the Chenab River was earlier under strict control as India regulated water flow to Pakistan under the Indus Water Treaty, which now stands suspended in the wake of Pahalgam terror attack. And a major security alert was triggered at Agartala railway station after 2 unclaimed backpacks were found aboard the Tripura Sundari Express arriving from Firozpur. Train escorts discovered the bags and promptly...
Would you say yes to a software development job outside India? Well, 75% of Indian developers said yes. If you're one of them and your goal is to get a good career abroad, then here's your chance to make it big. Attend Scalar's free masterclass on how to get software development engineer jobs outside India. Get insights on the interview process, the visa application, taxation, and understand other factors which will help you ace your interviews. Click on the link below to register now.
ఇక నుండి ఇంత ఊరు నాది. ఇప్పుడొస్తుందిరా అసలైన కిక్కు.
We are tracking the escalation between India and Pakistan, and we are bringing you the latest updates. Before I tell you what is happening, I must say this. On First Post, we are not chasing speed, we are chasing accuracy, and we are only bringing you information that has been confirmed by multiple official sources. This is what has been happening over the past few minutes. Pakistan began air attacks on Jammu. It happened around 9 p.m. India time. After that, the attacks were expanded to other north and western cities. What you're seeing on your screen are images from Jammu. You can see red flares in the sky. Soon it spread to other parts, Akhnoor and Udhampur in Jammu and Kashmir and Jaisalmer in Rajasthan. Pakistani drones were seen over Punjab and Rajasthan. Attempts were made to strike military targets in Jammu, Pathankot and Udhampur. Also, the civilian airport in Jammu was reportedly one of the targets. India's air defense systems kicked in. Sources say the S-400 and Akash missiles were used to shoot down these projectiles that came from the Pakistani side. At least 8 missiles were fired from across the border on Jammu itself. All of them were intercepted. In response, India has apparently hit back at Lahore and Islamabad. If confirmed, this would be very significant. These are the initial reports that we've got, but we are waiting for an official word on this because it would mark a direct attack on Pakistan's capital. Back in New Delhi, political huddles are underway. The Prime Minister is being briefed by the National Security Advisor. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh is also in contact with the defence chiefs. And we are seeing the impact elsewhere. The IPL match in Dharamshala has been suspended. All the players were rushed out and over 20,000 people were evacuated. Airports across the country have been asked to enhance security measures. Meanwhile, there is a lot of fake news doing the rounds on social media. We've been telling you about this. We've been asking you to be careful. Like this report of a suicide attack on army cantonments. This has not happened. The army has denied any such reports. Right now, it's a flood of misinformation out there, and some information may be posted out of ignorance, other posts may be with a nefarious agenda. Whatever the reason, it is extremely dangerous. Such news can spread panic. It is extremely dangerous. Such news can spread panic. It can demoralize the armed forces, and it can also lead to miscalculation. So be careful about what you consume, where you